Get ready, Chelsea fans, because this is the story that could redefine our midfield, reshape our ambitions, and send shockwaves across the entire Premier League. This isn't just a transfer rumour, this is the audacious, high-stakes gamble that could see a new king crowned at Stamford Bridge. Bruno Guimaraes to Chelsea? Is a shocking £100 million midfield swoop on the cards for Newcastle star? Hold on to your seats, Blues, because if the whispers emanating from the very top echelons of European football are to be believed, Chelsea is on the brink of launching one of the most audacious, jaw-dropping transfer assaults in recent memory. Forget the usual targets, forget the drawn-out sagas for promising youngsters. This time, our sights are set on a certified Premier League superstar, a midfield general, a genuine game-changer who has already proven his mettle in the toughest league in the world, Bruno Guimaraes. Yes, you heard that right. The latest, absolutely red-hot intel suggests that Chelsea is preparing, or has even already tabled, a colossal £100 million offer to snatch Newcastle United's irreplaceable midfield engine. Now, for those who've been living under a rock, let's break down why Bruno Guimaraes is worth every single penny of that eye-watering figure, and why he's precisely the missing piece Chelsea has been so desperately searching for. Guimaraes isn't just a midfielder, he's a complete, all-encompassing force of nature. He possesses a rare blend of silk and steel. His passing range is simply exquisite, from pinpoint short passes to defense-splitting long balls that can turn defense into attack in an instant. He dictates the tempo of the game, a true conductor in the engine room. But it's not just his elegance on the ball, he's a ferocious tackler, an absolute beast in breaking up opposition attacks, sniffing out danger with an almost telepathic ability. His work rate is relentless, covering every blade of grass, always available to receive the ball, always pushing his team forward. He's got that undeniable leadership quality, that fierce competitive edge that Chelsea's midfield sometimes lacks. He's vocal, he's passionate, and he wears his heart on his sleeve, qualities that resonate deeply with the Stamford Bridge faithful. Imagine him slotting into our midfield. Whether it's alongside Enzo Fernandez, allowing Enzo more freedom to push forward and create, or partnering with a more defensive-minded pivot, Guimaraes offers tactical versatility that most midfielders can only dream of. He can play as a deep-lying playmaker, a box-to-box powerhouse, or even slightly further up the pitch to unlock defenses. His ability to glide past opponents with intelligent close control, his uncanny knack for retaining possession under immense pressure, and his eye for goal from outside the box, these are attributes that would instantly elevate Chelsea's overall performance. For too long, our midfield has lacked that consistent, commanding presence, that player who can truly dominate the middle of the park against the Premier League's elite. Guimaraes is that player. He's the fulcrum, the heartbeat, the creative and destructive force rolled into one. He's the kind of player who can transform a good team into a genuinely great one. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, that staggering £100 million price tag. In today's market, where top talent comes at a premium, it's a colossal figure, but is it justified? Absolutely. Guimaraes isn't a gamble, he's a proven commodity. He's already shown he can dominate Premier League games week in, week out. He's entering his prime, and his impact at Newcastle has been nothing short of transformational. For Chelsea, who have struggled to find a consistent identity and a stable midfield, this isn't just buying a player, it's buying a solution, a leader, a statement of intent. The FFP implications are always a concern, but reports suggest Chelsea's meticulous financial planning, including potential player sales this summer, has created the necessary headroom for such an audacious move. This isn't a desperate, last-minute splash, it's a calculated, strategic investment in a player who can genuinely redefine the club's midfield for the next 5 to 7 years. But pulling off such a monumental transfer won't be easy, and this is where the real drama unfolds. Newcastle United, backed by ambitious ownership, are not a selling club, especially not to a direct Premier League rival. They view Guimaraes as the cornerstone of their own long-term project, their undisputed leader on the pitch. Sources close to St James Park indicate an almost defiant stance: Bruno is not for sale at any price. However, football is a business, and every player has a price. The £100 million figure would test even Newcastle's resolve, forcing them to seriously consider the financial benefits against the sporting loss. The sheer scale of the bid itself is designed to make them think twice, to create an internal debate they simply cannot ignore. And then there's the competition. Chelsea isn't the only club eyeing Guimaraes. Manchester City, renowned for their strategic player acquisitions, have long admired his qualities, seeing him as a potential long-term successor to key figures in their midfield. Arsenal, always looking to strengthen and build on their recent successes, would also jump at the chance to sign him, especially given his Premier League experience. Even European giants like Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain are rumoured to be monitoring his situation, though their primary focus might lie elsewhere this summer. This makes Chelsea's pursuit even more audacious and complex. They are not just battling Newcastle, they are battling the cream of European football for one of the most coveted midfielders on the planet. So, how exactly is Chelsea planning to pull off such an incredibly difficult transfer? The latest intel suggests a multi-pronged approach. Firstly, the sheer financial weight of the offer is intended to be irresistible to Newcastle, forcing them to at least open the door for negotiations. Secondly, Chelsea's hierarchy is reportedly engaging directly with Guimaraes' representatives, painting a vivid picture of the club's ambitious project, the role he would play as an undisputed starter and a central figure, and the opportunity to compete for major trophies from day one. There's also the allure of London, the appeal of a fresh challenge in a different environment, and the chance to become the undisputed midfield maestro for a club with truly global ambitions. Sources close to the player suggest that while Guimaraes is deeply committed to Newcastle and loves the club's fans, the prospect of playing for a club like Chelsea, with its historical pedigree and renewed drive for silverware, holds a significant appeal. He's a winner, and he wants to be at a club consistently challenging for the biggest prizes. The fan reaction from the Chelsea faithful has been a fascinating mix of euphoria and skepticism. The excitement is palpable. Finally, a midfielder who can dominate. Imagine Enzo and Bruno together. He's exactly what we need, a true leader. The prospect of seeing Guimaraes in a Chelsea shirt, orchestrating play, breaking up attacks, and driving the team forward, is electrifying. However, there's also a healthy dose of realism and caution. £100 million is a lot, some argue. Can we really afford it with FFP? Others question Newcastle's willingness to sell to a rival. They'll never let him go. But despite the skepticism, the overriding sentiment is one of desperate hope. Chelsea fans are yearning for a player who can truly make a difference, a player who can bring that consistent, winning mentality to the midfield, and Bruno Guimaraes unequivocally fits that bill. The latest whispers from the negotiation rooms are that while Newcastle initially scoffed at the idea, the sheer persistence and the financial gravity of Chelsea's proposal are forcing internal discussions. Reports suggest that Guimaraes himself, while maintaining his professionalism, is now aware of Chelsea's strong interest and the scale of the potential move. His agent is said to be in regular contact with both clubs, navigating what is undoubtedly a complex and delicate situation. This isn't a quick deal, it's a test of wills, a battle of financial might versus emotional attachment. But the fact that discussions are even happening at this level, that the £100 million figure is not immediately dismissed as absurd, speaks volumes about Chelsea's seriousness and the player's immense quality. If Chelsea manages to pull off this colossal transfer, it won't just be a signing, it will be a seismic shift. It will signal a new era of ambition, a statement of intent that Chelsea is back, ready to compete at the very pinnacle of the game. Bruno Guimaraes at Stamford Bridge would not only provide the steel, the creativity, and the leadership our midfield craves but would also send a powerful message to our rivals: Chelsea means business. This is the ultimate midfield upgrade, the audacious move that could finally provide the consistent, world-class engine room a top club needs. The summer transfer window is heating up, and while nothing is confirmed until the official announcement, the rumblings surrounding Bruno Guimaraes and Chelsea are far too loud, far too persistent, to ignore. This is a story that could very well have the most incredible ending for the Blues.